Hatters out there in the world, and welcome to my review for Alice Through the Looking Glass, the sequel to the 2010 movie Alice in Wonderland, directed by Tim Burton. This time the movie is directed by James Bobbin, director of The Muppets and Muppets Most Wanted, and written by Linda Wolverton. It stars Mia Wasikowska, Johnny Depp, Anne Hathaway, Helena Bonham Carter, Sacha Baron Cohen, among others. In this movie, Alice finds her way back to Neverland and discovers that her best friend, the Mad Hatter, is depressed over the death of his family. She must now travel back in time and find some mysteries about the Mad Hatter and what happened to his family. Now, I gotta say, I'm a fan of the 2010 movie. Do I think it's the best movie ever and it's a gloriously made movie? No, I don't think it's a fantastic movie per se. I think it's a good movie. You watch it, you have fun. I don't have many problems with that movie, and I think the hate towards that movie is unwarranted. However, this movie, I got out of it feeling it was unnecessary, and let me tell you, I really loved the trailers. The trailers were great for this movie, and Sacha Baron Cohen was built up to be a great villain in this story. And the story seemed to be great, involving time travel and all these adventures and all these wacky things and concepts and ideas that truly make sense in an Alice in Wonderland universe. Now, this movie, Mia Wasikowska is really good. I really like her in the role of Alice. And even in Crimson Peak, I really like this actress. I think she's very versatile, I think she can pull her own movie, and I think she was gracious in this movie as well. Johnny Depp, I really like him as the Mad Hatter. I think it's one of the best characters he has ever crafted, and I think people only complain because it came out so late in his career after he portrayed so many wacky characters, and if he had portrayed the Mad Hatter earlier, people would not complain so much. However, this movie takes a completely different road that you are expecting, and basically tells you the backstories of all these characters, which is very interesting at first. You really feel like you want to know these characters and their backstories, know them more intimately. And the stories for the characters in this movie seem to take a different turn, and that turn is not all for the best, because it seems like they were writing this movie as they went along filming. The stories that interwoven in this movie and relate our characters to each other seem not to be focused on. They seem to be the subplot lines to each of these characters and not the main story they were intending to tell. The Mad Hatter story is really engaging. All the stories of our characters are really engaging at first when Alice goes to Wonderland and she finds out what she has to do and she finds out what is going on. The Mad Hatter, this wacky, happy-go-lucky guy we always see smiling and doing wacky stuff, is now really depressed. He's losing the color of his hair. It really makes you feel for these characters that you love, but then the stories of each of these characters don't really go full throttle. There's a plot line in this movie with the White Queen and the Red Queen and their relationship as sisters and why they hate each other. You are really engaged into that. You want to know the backstory of these two sisters. How come they hate each other, or at least the Red Queen hates the White Queen, and how come she's such an evil being? And when you find out what is going on in their story, it really makes both of these characters look bad and childish, because the reason for everything that went down in the first movie and how these characters became who they are is really not all that compelling, unfortunately. Alice really gets the spotlight in this movie, and the other characters really are underused. Time, played by Sacha Baron Cohen, he was great with what he had to do in this movie, however, he did not have much to do. His character is not really what you expect. I'll only say that not to spoil you. He could have been such a great character and such a great villain, and there's really a thematic in this movie before you enter Wonderland and before we begin our adventure that really makes time seem very important and crucial to the happenings in this movie. And time as a concept it is, but the character itself was misused and underused. This movie does look gorgeous, I'll tell you that. All the sets, all the visuals, all the characters and the special effects, they all look great. The voices are great. Alan Rickman, it was great to hear his voice one last time. However, you should not go see this movie for Alan Rickman. I'll just tell you that. This movie does have good things. Alice's character development shines bright in this movie, and her relationship with the Mad Hatter really grows. He has some character development, however, there's some things missing in his backstory that you would want to see and would make sense to show up as they tell you his backstory. And the other characters really feel underused and end up looking bad by the end of this movie. I can't tell you I hate this movie, but I got out of the cinema not really giving a damn. I was just happy that my girlfriend did like it so much. And so I'm going to give Alice Through the Looking Glass a Clark Gable. What did you guys think of Alice Through the Looking Glass if you have seen it? Do you like the first movie? Do you like the original animated movie? Have you read the book? What do you think of all those versions of this story? Let me know in the comments below. In a few hours I will upload my The Flash Season 2 review. I can't wait to watch the season finale because this season has been great. Spoilers for the review. And of course, you guys can follow me on Instagram and like my Facebook page and stalk me on the internet. There are links for those pages in the description below, and click in the little subscribe button below the video box to get updated whenever I upload a review or any other type of video. And of course, I'll leave a link to my previous video right here. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this review. Once again, what do you think of this saga of Alice in Wonderland and Alice Through the Looking Glass? And do you like the original Disney animated movie? Over here is a link to my previous video, which is my first ever unboxing, where I unbox for you the Smuggler's Bounty May subscription box. It was really fun to do, and I can't wait to do more unboxings for you guys. Can't wait to talk to you about Flash Season 2, and of course I'll see you guys in the next review. Cheers!